Ugh, ads are such poop. Subscribe to Acast Plus now to skip ads and more for just $1 a month. Click the link in our show notes to learn how. And hey, we're on Patreon too. Your support helps cover the cost of running a podcast. For $2 a month, you can get early access to all our episodes ad-free, plus bonus episodes exclusive to Patreon subscribers only. Visit patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse to sign up now. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened on Friday?
We had Amaziah.
Hooray for Amaziah!
Right, that. And he kind of listened to the prophet at first by firing the mercenaries. But then he went
He was also like, though, but what about my money, though?
Right, yeah.
And God was like, I'll pay you back, don't worry.
That didn't happen, because he ended up being an asshole towards God.
Yeah.
And so then God was like, fuck you, basically.
Because he worshipped other idols.
Yeah. And so that was pretty much that chapter, I believe.
Yeah, pretty much. He died.
Yeah. I mean, because, you gotta stick with God.
And he got brought back to the city of David on a horse with no name.
All right. So that was 2 Chronicles chapter 25.
Sure as fuck was.
And today we're going to be reading
2 Chronicles chapter 26.
Let's go do this.
Okie dokie. Okay, 2 Chronicles chapter 26.
Okay.
All the people of Judah.
All of them.
All of them.
No one left behind.
100% of them.
Every single one.
Had crowned Amaziah's 16-year-old son Uzziah.
Okay.
As king in place of his father.
I like putting 16-year-olds in charge of me all the time. It's good math. That works.
Our 18-year-old is pretty cool. I would put them in charge
I would put them in charge, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a outlier.
Definitely our child is an outlier.
Yeah, and at 16 I don't know. I mean, do they even know how to cook dinner at that point?
I mean, ours did.
Yeah.
Ours knew how to make ramen.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there anything more important than ramen noodles?
Not a lot.
I have to sneeze. Oh, it won't come out. I'm so sorry. Oh. Okay, I guess I don't have to sneeze after all. Continuing.
Not a lot. As opposed to ramen.
Right. So anyways, after his father's death... What?
No.
What?
We just got done saying there's not a lot of things more important than ramen noodles.
Yeah.
You should comment something about ramen noodles and then go back to what we're reading.
Ramen noodles are pretty much the most important thing to eat. So as long as you got ramen, I think you're going to be okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I would put our child in charge at the age of 16.
Because ramen.
Okay. Boy. After his father's death, Uzziah rebuilt the town of Elath and restored it to Judah.
Good old Elath.
I was going to say good old Judah, but whatever.
Okay, yeah.
Uzziah was 16 years old, don't forget, when he became king.
Yeah.
And he reigned in Jerusalem 52 fucking years.
He must have done what was pleasing in the Lord's eyes.
I guess he did.
I mean, if he reigned that long, either that or God isn't very good at his job.
It might be a combo of both. I don't know, but we'll find out because they will definitely tell us.
Yeah.
His mother was Jechaliah from Jerusalem. He did what was pleasing in the Lord's sight.
Hell yeah, I got it.
Just as his father Amaziah had done.
Wait, what?
So,
no, that's a lie.
Not just as his father.
They said that he was like half and half. He was like, he did good, but then he did bad.
Yeah.
If he did just as good as Amaziah, he's dead duck.
Yeah, he's mediocre, just like his dad.
He's done for.
So if he did good in the Lord's sight, then he did good not like his father.
Right, yeah. He did better.
Uzziah caught Uzziah sought God during the days of Zechariah. I would like to catch God, who taught him to fear God.
Okay.
And as long as the king sought guidance from the Lord, God gave him success.
Right.
Uzziah declared war on the Philistines and broke down the walls of Gath, Jabneh, and Ashdod.
Because God, obviously.
Obviously. Then he built new towns in the Ashdod area and in other parts of Philistia. God helped him in his wars against the Philistines, his battles with the Arabs of Gur, and his wars with the Meunites.
Yeah, those guys.
Meunites.
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The Meunites paid annual tribute to him, and his fame spread even to Egypt.
Wow.
For he had become very powerful.
I see. Because God.
Because God.
Right.
Not because king and had money.
No. This is all God's doing.
Yes, all God.
Obviously.
Uzziah built fortified towers in Jerusalem at the corner gate, at the valley gate, and at the angle in the wall. You know that angle?
Yeah. I've questioned this before. Like, if you are in God's grace, why do you need fortifications, though?
That's a good question.
You know?
It's a good fucking question.
Maybe he's planning on not being in his good grace at some point, and he's like, we're going to need some fortifications.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe he doesn't trust God as much as he should, because if he's in God's good grace, he shouldn't have to fortify, because even if other people come to war, it shouldn't matter. He'll be aight.
Right? Yeah. God will just fart in their general direction, and they all go down.
Exactly.
You know?
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
But no, he also constructed forts in the wilderness and dug many water cisterns, because he kept great herds of livestock in the foothills of Judah and on the plains. He was also a man who loved the soil. I love dirt. Do you love dirt?
Dirt is great. It's way underrated.
I heard that God made dirt and dirt don't hurt.
I heard that God made us out of dirt.
Dirt is dirt.
Dirt is definitely dirt.
And to dirt we return?
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
We're stretching here.
He had many workers who cared for his farms and vineyards, both on the hillsides and in the fertile valleys.
Okay.
Uzziah had an army of well-trained warriors ready to march into battle unit by unit. This army had been mustered, and organized by Jael, the secretary of the army, and his assistant Maaziah.
Okay.
When I said you are mustard, it's because you put mustard on everything.
I do. I love mustard.
And you're always like, babe, we need to get more mustard.
Because
babe,
mustard.
Can you put mustard on the grocery list?
Delicious.
Hey, babe, don't forget to get more mustard.
Because I need mustard.
I know. That's why I said you're mustard.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were under the direction of Hananiah, one of the king's officials. These regiments of mighty warriors were commanded by 2,600 clan leaders.
Okay.
The army consisted of 307,500 men, all elite troops.
Wow.
Where does elite fall in line with capable?
I would say that's very capable. Elite,
very capable?
to me, lends to very capable, yeah.
Is it better than capable?
Yeah, it's definitely better than capable.
Or is it a degree of capability?
I don't know. I'm going with very capable, though.
They're at the very least
They're
very capable.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to create a chart, you know?
We really do.
So there needs to be, like, not capable.
I think that...
capable, and then very capable.
Well, I think that capability should be the measure, you know, the unit.
Yeah.
And then it's just degrees of capability.
Yeah.
How capable are you?
And then you could, like, even stretch the thing to, like, go to, like, you could have, like, at the top of, after very capable, you could have, like...
ultra capable?
Or the 3, you know?
The
like,
3.
Are you the 3?
Beyond capable.
Beyond very capable.
Right.
Yeah.
And where's the 30?
The 30, they would be...
ultra capable.
They would yeah, ultra. Yeah, that'd be, like, above very capable, but not quite
the 3.
Right? Yeah. So.
Okay. They were prepared to assist the king against the enemy. Uzziah provided the entire army with shields, spears, helmets, coats of mail, bows, and sling stones.
Well, he's equipping them with more stuff than the other guys had done in the past.
Yeah. And he built structures on the walls of Jerusalem designed by experts to protect those who shot arrows and hurled large stones from the towers and the corners of the wall.
Wow, this guy sounds like he's really involved in building infrastructure and stuff.
It sounds like he's really prepped for war, though.
Yeah.
His fame spread far and wide, for the Lord gave him marvelous help, and he became very powerful.
Not those people that were really adept at building walls and stuff and fighting.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was the Lord.
Mm-hmm. But when he had become powerful, he also became proud.
Oh, man. So
I guess he is just like his father.
Yeah, he's got a little bit bad.
Which led to his fucking downfall.
Is that what it says?
It says that which led to his downfall.
Oh, okay.
I added the F-bomb, obviously. But yeah, it says which led to his fucking downfall.
Got it.
He sinned against the Lord his God by entering the sanctuary of the Lord's temple and personally burning incense on the incense altar.
Whoa, man.
You don't burn incense on the
Didn't you learn anything from Aaron's sons? God.
Shh. Azariah the high priest went in after him with 80 other priests of the Lord, all brave men. They confronted King Uzziah and said, excuse you, it is not for you, Uzziah, to burn incense to the Lord. That is the work of the priests alone, the descendants of Aaron, who are set apart for this fucking work. Get the fuck out of the sanctuary, for you have sinned, asshole. The Lord God will not honor you for this.
No.
Exclamation point.
In fact, he's killed people for less.
He sure as fuck has. He smote the fuck out of Aaron's own sons.
Right.
Uzziah, who was holding an incense burner, became furious. But as he was standing there raging at the priests before the incense altar in the Lord's temple, leprosy suddenly broke out on his forehead. That's how leprosy works.
When leprosy just suddenly breaks out of my forehead.
Like one day I was just standing there and God was like, you did one F-bomb too many. And I just had like
leprosy.
It broke out on my elbow.
Right, yeah.
On my elbow.
Yep.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was, yeah.
I didn't stop cussing though, so I went away anyways.
Right.
When Azariah, the high priest, and all the other priests saw the leprosy, they rushed him out. They were like, get that nasty shit out of here. Ooh, don't touch him.
He's unclean.
Yeah, unclean. And the king himself was eager to get out because the Lord had struck him.
I mean, yeah.
So King Uzziah had leprosy until the day he died. Ooh, do you think, like, he did not reach out to God and be like, oh, I am so fucking sorry. I'm the worst. Like, I really fucked up.
Right.
I was on a good, and then I fell.
How do I fix this, my man?
Yeah. I guess he didn't do that.
No, but if you have leprosy, you're not supposed to be allowed into any, religious things, and you're going to be like sectioned off outside of town in a leprosy camp.
He lived in isolation in a separate house, for he was excluded from the temple of the Lord.
Damn.
His son Jotham was put in charge of the royal palace, and he governed the people of the land.
Wow.
The rest of the events of Uzziah's reign, from beginning to end, are recorded by the prophet Isaiah, son of Amoz.
Okay.
Damn.
Interesting.
When Uzziah died, he was buried with his ancestors. His grave was in a nearby burial field belonging to the kings.
Ooh.
For the people said, his ass had leprosy. And his son Jotham became the next king. The end.
Interesting.
Wow.
So they didn't even bury him with the kings.
No. He was buried in a fucking field.
Really, the only thing that he, according to this version right here, the only thing he really did wrong was to light incense, not being a priest. Mm-hmm. And then God was like, fuck you, leprosy. Everything good that you've done is undone. Yeah. Don't even care. And there is no fixing this. Sorry. Right. Yeah. There's no apology. Right. Wow. And you're struck. Yeah, I guess so. You're right. I mean, well, he seemed less bad than his father. Right. I mean, I'm just by his tears of bad. His father was buried in the city of David. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Okay. All right. This guy was less bad, but because he had leprosy. Yeah. He wasn't even allowed to be buried in the city of David. Right. This is bullshit. Right. Right. This system is not across the board, and that bothers me. Yeah, it's not enforced fair. Fairly, no. It's not fair, and I don't like things that are not fair. I agree. It's like if you're playing Monopoly and you're like, but everybody who's left-handed gets an extra $100. Right. For no reason. Yeah. And also, but if you land on this square, you have to go chop your wiener off. Whoa, I don't know. I'm not playing this game. But it's the game of life. You don't have a fucking choice, right? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, it makes no fucking sense. It's not across the board. It's not fair. I don't like those kinds of games. It's because it's not true. Right. But I'm just saying, this is how they wrote it, but it's not true. Right. So that's all there is to it. Right. And, yet again, we've got stories that are conflicting with even themselves. America's not true. So, our laws don't make fucking sense, and our laws ain't fair. Right. So, this story could just as well be true. Yeah, that's true. I rail against all of the unfairness and inequality of our own system. Yeah. This is just more of the fucking same. Just, with old way back then guys instead of now guys.
Right.
So.
Whatever.
I hate it. It makes me angry.
Yeah.
Reading this shit makes me angry. That guy should be buried in the fucking city of David, leprosy or not.
Right. Yeah, I agree. All right. Well, that was 2nd Chronicles chapter 26.
Sure as fuck was.
And tomorrow we'll be back with
2nd Chronicles chapter 27.
We'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.